The long-term effects of the Transnet wage strike have now been flagged as pressure mounts for a resolution to this industrial action, while several sectors are counting their losses due to the closure of ports. Analysts say the near-term outlook also involves delayed exports and imports. Metrorail, meanwhile, in the Western Cape, has also entered the fray as they've cancelled a number of train services on various corridors like the Northern Line. Our reporters are watching both these stories for us, but let's begin with Tumisang Ndlovu in Johannesburg, just outside the offices of the CCMA. And Tumisang, at this stage, it's still really difficult to really quantify the cost of this industrial action, especially in a context where it looks like the strike is nowhere near its end. What's the latest on the kind of resolution that the country is waiting for?
And the latest that we've heard from the unions at this stage is that there is a closed meeting that is currently underway, and the understanding there is that there is a proposal, a new proposal that is being deliberated. Of course, unions have also come out to say that a below inflation increase they will not accept, and Transnet indicating the tight financial position that it's in. But there's also the side of ministers that have come on board to try and find a resolution to this particular negotiation. That is the likes of Pravin Gordhan, the Public Enterprise Minister, along with Togo Didiza, the Agricultural Minister. And yesterday, here are the comments that she has had to make about the cost of this Transnet strike.
Well, indeed, I understand the pressure from Agri-SA, AFASA, NAFU, and all other farming organizations, because indeed, as a Minister of Agriculture, I'm equally concerned, because as you know that this is the time at which we're not yet even through with our citrus season. Table grapes is coming on stream, berries are coming on stream, so all of those require, an efficient logistics system. We also have just finished harvesting of our maize. Some of it have to go outside the country. But at the same time, as Yago is saying, we need agricultural chemicals and fertilizer and oil to come in the country to make sure that we can go on the summer production season. Let me just say that yesterday, as Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Public Enterprises and Labour, we were engaging, the various stakeholders, Transnet and its management, Labour, the two major unions, UNTU and SATAU, but also we're meeting the industry, the agricultural industry, the mining industry, and all of those who are impacted upon. I think the Labour has actually come down from the 2 digits to a single digit in terms of their demands. We hope that they will narrow the gap between themselves and Transnet management to find a lasting solution in our engagement with all the sectors. We have been indicating the impact of this strike into the economy and also particularly job creation and the needed revenue that our country needs for its growth.
Tumisang, the Minister making a very valid point there. Arguably, this strike couldn't have been worth timed, given, the kind of season that farmers are also going through.
Absolutely, Ayanda. Unemployment has been an issue in South Africa given the escalation of the unemployment rate as well as slow economic growth that is not conducive to create even more jobs that are needed in this country. So strike action then becomes an issue that should be deliberated quite seriously, as that balancing act is also needed to think of the rising cost of living and why it is that workers would go on strike for better wages. At the same time, a precarious economy. At this point, we await the outcomes of that closed meeting. Hopefully, there'll be a positive spin to the story of day 9 into the Transnet strike, Ayanda.
Absolutely. It's a story with multiple legs. Tumisang Ndlovu in Johannesburg, stand by. Part of the ramifications are unfolding in the Western Cape. Metrorail there has had to halt its operations, at least on the Northern Line, because of the ripple effects of the strike. Nasiphi Same is watching that leg of the story. She joins us now live. And Nasiphi, commuters having to make alternative plans today.
Well, indeed, the knock-on effect of about the week-long strike action by Transnet workers has obviously had a knock-on effect on various industries, and as you put it, Metrorail yesterday releasing that statement that the Northern Line will be impacted, and this is due to the protest or strike action rather, where we know that workers are calling on for a wage increment. However, that prolonged strike by the workers has seen Metro Rail communicating with its commuters that on the Northern Line they will have to ultimately seek alternative transport. The City of Cape Town also noting the knock-on effect that the protest action has had within the City of Cape Town, or local government rather, and has called on union, including called on the union rather and Transnet to sit and meet around the table and find a long-lasting solution. And they are saying that the sooner that a solution is found, the better for the economy of not only the City of Cape Town but also for the country, including the commuters that Metro Rail has asked to seek alternative modes of transport.
Yeah, really devastating, the ripple effects from this industrial action. To both our reporters, Nasiphi Same in Cape Town, Tumisang Ndlovu in Johannesburg, thanks very much indeed.